Gates Adams here on behalf of Apex Trader Funding. I'm here today with Trader Dima. Dima is another paid funded trader with Apex Trader Funding. Now, this is the first time that we've had a chance to chat, but Dima, this is not your first payout, is it?
No, I've been trading with Apex for, I think, 2 years now.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So first and foremost, I want to congratulate you on the recent payout. That seems a little belated, obviously, since you have some experience in this realm, but you're also taking full advantage of the Apex opportunity. How many accounts are you trading right now?
I'm trading right now 20 accounts.
Okay, so you are full maxed out. Are you trading like the Big Daddy 300s, or what size are you trading?
No, the 50Ks are enough for me.
Really and truly, the multiplicity of it's all you really need, isn't it? When did you actually start trading? How long have you been at this journey?
I started back when COVID started, late 2019, 2020.
It's what I always refer to as the COVID babies. People were trying to find something new, something different that you could do from home. That's awesome.
Yeah, but I started with cryptocurrencies, of course, like a lot of people. I was trading Bitcoin. Like most of the traders, I lost I lost a lot of money.
Is there any part of you that wishes, like, I wish I just kept buying and never sold?
No, I'm fine with the choices I've made along the way.
Well, and that's all part of the journey. That's all part of the growth, which good, bad, or indifferent. I have my own stories. I used to buy Bitcoins for a software service that I used to have, and I was buying Bitcoins at about $1 a piece, and I was buying 50 a month. And yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that wishes things had shaped up a little bit differently, but that's all part of what it takes for us to get to the point where we build a repeatable skill that, can pay us over and over again, not just on one big windfall. How did you transition from crypto into futures? Did you go immediately, or did you have a few other instruments along the way?
I found out that I can leverage myself, and I found the future space in crypto, and then I lost even more money on that. Oh. And then I saw a couple of YouTube shows where they were trading live on the floors, having their insights and showing what are they doing. And I felt like trading was something I want to learn. Instead of I should have stopped gambling by that point. I started with a couple of other prop firms, and then I discovered the futures and Apex along the way too. And again, I passed a couple of evils, and I blown the funded accounts, of course, like I think most of the traders.
Right.
Until like about a year ago, something finally clicked for me when I understood that I should stop over leveraging. This was the whole point. I think one of the first times I've been profitable is when the new Apex rules for DCA were implemented, by the way.
I think a lot of people experience that along the way too.
I would DCA a lot. I still DCA a bit these days, but I would manage the risk properly this time. Since I was trading NQ, I would clone the position after 2 minis contracts every time.
Yeah.
I moved to micro contracts. This is a game changer for me.
It makes a big difference.
The emotional and mental stability was fine. I wouldn't care losing the $100 here, $50 here. And when the wins came, the compound payouts came along the way after I was patient enough.
It takes a minute to just kind of figure out what works. You mentioned that something clicked for you at some point about a year ago. I mean, were you able to identify what it is that clicked for you that turned things around?
Yeah, I knew I had my strategies fine. The strategy was fine. I think most of the strategies work if they have some edge in the market. Sure. My problem was the proper risk management and the mental state where I was in while I was trading. I didn't want to lose. I didn't want the market to prove me wrong.
Sure.
It's the hardest part in trading, that you need to know when you're wrong. So when I moved to micros, I didn't mind being wrong sometimes, because the loss of the position wouldn't be so big as the mini contracts.
Such a great point. I think a lot of people, and it depends on how you trade. Like if you're going for 10 ticks, then you might need a bigger position. If you're going for 10 to 20 to 30 points, a smaller position gets you there. And that risk management piece, I think so many people focus on strategy, and they think that if things are not going their way, they need a different strategy. And I agree with you. I think any strategy there's some stuff out there that's just absolute garbage, but for the most part, anything that's a legitimate strategy that works for somebody can work for you, as long as it fits with your risk tolerance, your emotional stability in trades. And I think for a lot of people, the key is just finding that combination, not just switching from one strategy to another, but piecing it together in a way that works for them. So
yeah, I would constantly switch strategies before
we all
I
do.
realized, like, I saw a good strategy on YouTube that supposedly should yield 90% win rate, and I was like, oh, I should try this. And when I started trying, I saw a 10 loss streak in a row. So I
Oh
thought,
wow,
no, this doesn't work.
seems like a little too good to be true.
Yeah, so I started backtesting myself a bit of strategies. I found my strategy that like happens almost every day.
Okay.
A lot of strategies that I tested, they wouldn't happen every day. So
Right.
I was eager to be in a trade. Also, this is like over trading, and I shouldn't be in a trade, and I would enter anyway because I had to make some money this day, and I would lose this because the market was in favorable conditions and everything. I found a strategy for myself that works for me almost every day, and the win rate is fine, the risk reward is fine, and like no stress at all, and I leave it all to probability.
That's a beautiful place to get to, and I think for most traders, it's a struggle to let go of the need to see a green at the end of the day. You know, I know this is certainly where I've struggled. I talk to hundreds of traders, and I hear this over and over again. And I think coming to that point where you're in a position size that does not create that anxiety or that stress is obviously what has worked for you. Now you have the opportunity to multiply this across 20 different accounts, and you start to see this consistency over and over and over again. Now, how many months worth of payouts, I guess I should say, did it take for you to get to the point where you really just had this ultimate belief? Did you get there before payout, or did it take a few payouts for you to get there?
It definitely took some payouts, because some of the payouts I received, they weren't with the strategy. Some of them were even with the DCA before it was implemented into Apex. But once I would take a payout and blow the account, and the cycle continues until like I had an account for more than 100 trading days, which was peak for me.
Nice.
It didn't happen a lot. They were blown too in the end of the day, but I took enough payouts to recoup to make more accounts, and now I'm doing pretty fine with the accounts I have. And I think about into 5 payouts or something like this, where I got monthly.
Once you start to see that level of consistency, it starts to change something within you, and a lot of those stressful feelings just start to fade away. I can't say this from personal experience. I've gotten 2 months worth of payouts, so I'm still finding my peace within that. But one of the things that I love about what I do here is having these conversations, because I get to see from other people what to expect. And that's certainly helped me in my trading. And from other traders that I've talked to that watch these interviews, that watch the Trader Bacon show, they say the same thing, that it's nice to be able to hear it from somebody else, even though you may know it logically. Sometimes it's hard for us to just get there emotionally. So what's next for you, man? You've got 20 accounts. You're moving consistently. Is there like a next level goal for you?
Yes, of course. I would love to make trading my main job, let's say.
Okay.
I'm currently working in the industry, not in finance industry, and I'm trading in my spare time. In Israel, it allows me, because the time here when New York market opens is like almost 5 p.m. So it's after work, so it's easy for me. I don't need to trade at work. My goal is to make this my main income.
Have you put together a plan of what that looks like step by step?
Not really yet, because I haven't figured out the taxes thing yet, how I should pay the taxes.
You'll figure that out soon enough.
Yeah, but once I'll figure this out, I think this is the point where I'll start making the plans for the future.
I love it, man. I love seeing that there's that continual growth. I think that's critically important in anything, particularly something like trading. It's tough. Let's just call it what it is. Trading is not an easy business to be in, and I think for most of us, we have to have that sort of next carrot a little further down the line that helps just keep things in perspective and keep us moving forward. So good luck with that goal. I would love to catch up with you in a couple months, see how everything's going from there. If that sounds good to you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much for your time today. I'll look forward to hearing from you on the next round.
No problem. Thank you for having me.